Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about a really interesting piece of merchandise for the new Jurassic World Netflix series, Camp Cretaceous. For some strange reason, the official junior novelization for the show comes complete with a very specific animal from Jurassic Park 3 on its cover. So recently, this image of the new Camp Cretaceous novelization was released on the internet, and a lot of people have noted that in the right portion of the cover, a few JP3 styled Pteranodons are present attacking the Jurassic World monorail. So why is this so interesting? Well, for starters, this is a very specific type of animal that was previously not thought to be present on Isla Nublar during the events of the fourth film. If you didn't know already, the Pteranodons in the Jurassic Park franchise come in three very distinct and specifically different designs. The first kind that we got to see were the very graceful and swan-like animals from the end of the Lost World. The last kind we've seen are modeled more off of the short-crested female Pteranodon longiceps from the actual fossil record. And then finally, there's what we got in JP3, which was described as a monstrous genetic experiment gone wrong in many pieces of tie-in material for the third movie. One distinguishable attribute in these more freakish creatures happens to be their sharp rows of teeth that the other clones don't really possess. And if you look at this artwork for an officially released Camp Cretaceous book, you can see them displayed proudly on the novelization's front cover. So what does this actually mean for the show? Obviously, this artwork isn't taken directly from the Netflix series, and it was more than likely drawn up and illustrated just to make something for the book. But still, this is a very specific Pteranodon design that we haven't seen in nearly 20 years. So for it to be chosen to be put on the front cover of this new story, that's extremely interesting. As far as I'm concerned, there are two things that could happen here. One, the artwork for the Camp Cretaceous book is not actually representative of the coming show, and this animal was just chosen because the artist thought it looked cool. Then there's the second thing that I think could happen in this situation, and that would be that this animal was specifically chosen for the front cover of the book because the JP3 Pteranodons somehow make their way into the story and end up attacking the monorail from Jurassic World. Now, if that actually does end up being the case, I have to say, I have no idea how they could accurately incorporate those animals into the story because we don't see any being held in the aviary during the 2015 film, and if they somehow were in there or being housed somewhere else on the island, what was their purpose of even being in Jurassic World at all? The only real connective tissue that I think could possibly link the Isla Sorna genetic experiments from JP3 to Jurassic World is the fact that once the animals flew away in the distance at the end of the third Jurassic movie, Vic Hoskins is actually said to have captured those animals and prevented them from nesting on Canadian soil. All of that information is really legit. It's officially part of Jurassic Park canon, and it did take place in the series history. So if they wanted to introduce these older Pteranodons in the newer park, maybe they could do something like that, but who knows? Honestly, I think the likelihood of us actually getting the more monstrous and inaccurate creatures from the third film is extremely low. However, I will say that choosing them for the front cover of the new junior novelization is like a very specific decision that would feel weird if they turned out to not be a part of the new story. Either way, we're not really going to have an answer for any of this until the show comes out next month, so I wanted to pass this question on to all of you guys. Why do you think this Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodon is on the front cover of the book? Is it just a drawing and isn't something we should really be paying attention to? Or do you think that they could actually play a pretty major story in Camp Cretaceous during the Indominus Rex breakout of 2015? Whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it seriously means the world to me that you all continue to support what I do, and I never want you to ever forget that. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video, and hope you all enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.